Next slide. It's game is as much about what not to do as it is about what to do. And I can help guys. 80% of my assistance is teaching them or informing them what not to do, or they fuck something up. And I'm like, you don't do that. And that's why it got fucked up. Just kind of like bringing up relationships first. Perfectly suitable guys have met a high quality girl, they're high quality, but he brings up a relationship first and it throws her off and then she's gone. So it's about what not to do quite often. And even on your first meetups, just avoiding certain topics, you'll close more girls. And there's certain things you just avoid talking about, and girls will walk away. Well, you'll put them in an Uber in the evening, happier. Don't talk about your job, and I don't care if you're an astronaut, a fighter pilot, a research physician, an engineer. It doesn't matter. None of these things are interesting beyond you and your dorky buddies, and no one cares. Men may care. We understand what it takes to become an astrophysicist or to drive a nuclear truck or, whatever you may do. But women don't understand and they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to know. So avoid talking about your job, your ex. And so many guys come out of a divorce. And it's one of the first things we tell guys that just went through a divorce and they're like in their 30s, 40s, 50s. And they reach out. They're like, hey, how do I get this thing started? We're like, number one, you're going to date 10 years younger than you are. And you're never going to talk about your ex. Your ex, it's a simple rehearsed line that says, because every girl's going to want to know about the divorce. They're going to want to know. They're going to like poke the bear or prod. They want to know if you're fucked up about it. They'll say, hey, why'd you and your wife break up? And you're like, well, we grew apart and we decided to go our separate ways and I wish her well. It's just three little quips. We grew apart. We decided to part ways and I wish her well. That's it. And then you change the subject to something more interesting. So that's all you have to say about your ex ever. That's it. Just over and if they ask, well, like I told you, I said, we were together for a while and we grew apart and we decided to split, go different directions and I wish her well. So they'll see that and that you never bring it up. They'll lose interest too. Politics, again, a girl's politics don't matter because you can take the biggest Trump guy, the biggest conservative, and put him with the blue-haired nut job, and he starts fucking her. Eventually, the blue-haired nut job stops dyeing her hair and will absorb and change her opinions over time, even against her friends' wishes and her guy friends and her girlfriends. So Susan's changing because she's fucking this guy and she will change her opinions and her beliefs and her appearance according to his desires, his stuff. I mean, again, that's where you see girls get into like sports that like baseball. They're like girls have never played baseball. They're not interested in baseball, but their boyfriend played high school, college, and semi-pro for 5 years, and he goes to every game. And so now she goes to every game. And girls will pick up the likes and dislikes of the guy that they're fucking on a regular basis. So don't worry about her politics too much. And sure as fuck, don't bring it up. She might have an opinion. And it doesn't really matter what it is. Religion is something you can let come up way down the line. You're only there to fuck. You're there to meet up, have fun, and to have sex. And that's it. That's what a date is. A fun-filled event that you can have sex with at the end. So religion is not that big of a deal. And again, but it can become a pivot point. So why bring it up? Just avoid at all costs. Again, it's something that girls will, but they don't really care. You see girls changing their religion for men all the time. So let me check. Raquel, Divorce still occasionally doing the ex. 2 questions. Oh, that's a big question. Um, when you're talking about exes, that's guys that kind of, which is normal. Guys get stuck on an ex, or they're still seeing their ex, and yeah, that's a worth a discussion of its own, because it's a big topic, and it's it's possible to get it. When you do get it wrong, everything gets fucked up. But if you get it right, you kind of got to go into it with the right mindset, and know what you're doing. And that's something Bunny and I can cover. And I appreciate you reaching out with that question. That's something on Thursday Bunny and I would definitely want to go over, because that's a good one. And it's a very common thing. So, but at the end of the day, when you are out, let's say you are dating new girls, even if you're having sex with your ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, your ex, hey, we grew apart and we decided to go different directions, and I wish her well. And that's, you leave it at that. But don't talk about certain things, your job, ex, politics, religion, on a first date. You'll close more girls, and down the road you'll have more girls in your rotation that way. Again, none of these things in the long run will come up and be of any interest or bearing. Just know that it's not make or break. It's something that just gets in the way of having fun, and it screws up too many guys.